Welcome to Kudle Beach in Gokarna in the state of Karnataka in India. And what a pretty beautiful beach it is, eh? Very secluded. It's large enough, but we're in this kind of like little cove, little bay. Feels very, very private, very pretty, very peaceful, especially compared to the likes of Gokarna Beach or the main beach over towards the town. It's very clean. I've seen people this morning picking litter up. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I'm currently staying in a little bungalow behind Shangri-La. Shangri-La? Shangri-La. Wow. And it's currently 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So I actually arrived here this morning, which you would have seen in the last video. I'm hanging about no time at all. I'm heading straight out and I want to go on a trek around these hills to some other beaches on the other side. The reason why I'm not hanging about and I'm moving so quickly is because I've only reserved that room for one night. It's not available tomorrow. Now it would be quite easy for me to just change places, but in the morning, if I have to then change places, by the time I've done that I might be lacking enthusiasm to then commence this walk. So I'm going to blast it out now. We're going to go and explore, have a look, and so come with me on this trek to Ohm Beach and Paradise Beach, and I think a place called Half Moon Bay, which by all accounts on Google is apparently one of the best beaches in all of mainland India. And for those of you who don't know, the reason why I specifically say mainland India is because India does actually have some islands. So there are two, as far as I know, there may be more, but as far as I know, two main islands. There's the Andaman Islands and Nicobar Islands. And they're actually way off the coast of India, are actually closer to Thailand. And those beaches there are meant to be stupendous. So that's exactly the reason why I say mainland India, because I would expect those beaches to be the best of the crop. Let's go. This kind of doesn't really fit, does it, with that? This is a bit of a shame. Let's pretend we didn't see that. What are the cows munching on? Don't eat that, they're eating plastic. Oh, Jesus. I realise as well that I'm dressed very Brits abroad today, aren't I? I look like I'm about to go for a drinking session in Benidorm or something, but this is what's going on in my bag in terms of my clothes at the minute. What's going on here? A little spot for sunbathing. Is this a guest house or something? Right, let's not waste any time because, like I say, it's already 1 p.m. It's the hottest part of the day, and I think that this trek back and forth might take me at least a couple of hours, I think. So let's get going. Right, well, the way is not very clear. There's no signposting at all. Looks like that's just to some temple. Excuse me. Which way to Ohm Beach? Straight up this road? Through here? Alright. Okay, thanks so much. The rock around here is really weird. I'm assuming that it looks almost like volcanic. You know when you see the volcanoes and they're spewing the lava everywhere? These are random. It's not a gravestone, is it? Looks like it had an arrow. Yeah, it looks like an arrow. Yeah, look, you know when you see the lava spewing and it's like rolling down the hills away from the volcano, kind of what I imagine, you know, it looks like a dried lava field. I'm no geologist, but correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, there's me thinking these little concrete slabs were some really weird burial spot. No, it's just where they painted arrows. Okay, that's helpful. I don't know what this place is or was. Someone's taken a lot of time, you know, to landscape the grounds, build these steps and these ornate benches that are all tiled. It's quite pretty actually. It reminds me, very kind of like Gaudi-esque. Reminds me like the places in Barcelona. Look at these chairs. Very cool. We're here already. It was actually surprisingly quick. Welcome to Beach. Entering into the sea during monsoon months is strictly prohibited as the high sea tides will be dangerous to life. Maybe the water must be a lot higher and getting on the rocks, or the risk of being smashed into the rocks is pretty dangerous. Oh, lovely. Wow, that's pretty, isn't it? It's really nice to have the contrast of the rocks, and then you've got all these little boats here, and then the various layers of beach, you know? That's actually quite striking. No swimming. This guy here in a jacket and jeans must be dying. What's she got? The thinnest shirt on in the world, and my back is soaking wet. Now it's so called Beach because apparently from above, the beach here and the area around it makes the shape of the Ohm symbol. You can kind of see from this angle that you've got this like 3 shape. So I'll put the Ohm symbol up on the screen and it'll give you an idea if you've not seen it before. So we've just come down through those steps there and along the beach. I've just climbed up the rocks here. You get a really nice view of the beach or the bay, whatever you want to call it here. It's really pretty actually, like I say, you know, with all the layers. You got the rocks like jutting out, this little island over here. And I say the different layers going that way, so it's got a lot to see here. It's actually quite picturesque. Very pretty. Seems to be a lot going on as well. Like you've got this paragliding, you can do these little boats here that pull you out, and like a fun ride basically. So that'd be quite cool. Looks like there's someone over on that little island over there as well where that flag is. Yeah, it's nice. And it wasn't actually that far from Kudle Beach. I reckon it was maybe like 20 minutes maximum, and that's me faffing around with the camera as well, so you probably do it a bit quicker with your fit and you got your hands free. I would actually quite like to do the fun ride where you get pulled out by the boat, but you need 2 people and I'm kind of on my own at the minute. So maybe if I can find someone in a bit who wants to do it, I'll give it a go. This beach is lovely though, really nice. So in order of quality, the main Gokarna beach next to the town is bottom of the list, and then Kudle Beach is very nice, and this one is really nice, really pretty, really authentic, lovely beach. The sand is a bit gritty, you see it's kind of like mixed in with shells and stuff, but apart from that, I'd say it's absolutely the most picturesque. And as I say, you've got these activities with the boats as well, so that's nice. See, this is why I'm not going barefoot. Take this and throw it over to the side. That would be nasty if you stand on that. Not the place you want to be with a bad cut on your foot. This is really gorgeous. I don't know what the feasibility is of staying down here. I don't really see anywhere with any rooms unless these places over here are little beach shacks. We'll investigate in a minute because this is a really beautiful place. It'd be very nice to stay here for a couple of days or even just a day, you know. Very pretty. There's some excellent photos around here as well, like this contrast with the black rock. I would say personally, this is the nicest beach that I've been to in all of India. Has to be, surely. Pristine. Very clean as well. Disregard that piece of glass that we just found, but the beach itself is very clean. It looks like we're going to follow the beach around, and you see that little trail up there going towards the building with the blue roof. The trail must kind of go over that hill that way, and that'll then take us, I think, to Half Moon Bay, Paradise Beach. Just in explorer mode now. Just see what we find, simple as that. Make our way across these rocks. You know, part of the joy of traveling, it's that release of the inner kid, you know. Do you ever remember when you were a kid and you play that game? It's called The Floor is Lava. Every kid surely has played it. You know, me and my sister, we would be in our house and we would scatter the pillows off the sofa, and we'd put them on the floor to make these little islands, and then you'd have to run around the sofa and then be jumping on the pillows, making sure you didn't touch the floor. You know, traveling and exploring and venturing into little places like this. It's like releasing that inner child again. You know, I don't think I've ever let go of mine. They say that you never really transform from a child into an adult. It's more that you kind of just grow these layers like an onion. The child's in there a little bit like a Russian stacking doll, just buried deep, you know, for a lot of people. And I think the clue to an enjoyable life is making sure that child, that person with the imagination and the inquisitiveness for the world and curiosity and, you know, thought without particular judgment and biases, making sure that child has a way to get out, express itself, and doing little things like this, yeah, brings a lot of joy, you know. It's very simple, but I'd like to climb up here, but I don't fancy an accident today, if I'm honest. We'll give that a skip. This damn button keeps coming undone on my shirt. I'm walking around, people must think he's a right hussy, just trying to get his skin out. Up into this guy. Well said. But no, I think the hole where the button goes is too big. It might need sewing up. It's doing my head in, walking around every time the boobs keep coming out. Let's find a little spot to get a beverage, as they say in Francais, beverage. Yeah, please. I can't drink it with the lid on, can I? Thanks so much. Thank you. Alright, well, the view's kind of interrupted by the lifeguard's deck, but apart from that, I'm very happy to have a nice cold kingfisher. You'll never understand the feeling of just, the relief that gives. Not the relief, that sounds really bad. Makes me sound like an alky. But no, just, there's nothing better than a really cold beer on a very hot and sticky day. Bad beach. This is living. Fantastic beer, feeling energized, feeling refreshed, feeling cooled down, and now we can continue our little adventure onto the next beach, which is Half Moon Bay, I think it's called. But here is just beautiful. Look at it around here. I'm very tempted to go in the water, I won't lie. Very, very tempting. It does look like there are a couple of places to stay here as well. Cafe, yeah, rooms available. So this one maybe has some rooms as well. Okay, that's good to know. Kudle Beach, compared to where I've been, is a huge step up. However, it's definitely a lot nicer this way. My recommendation, if you're coming to Gokarna, especially if you're just coming for a few days, maybe you're an Indian traveller and you're coming from Hyderabad or another part of India for a workation or just a few days away from the city, get yourself immediately down to Own Beach or even Kudle Beach and just come over this way for a little excursion, because this is beautiful. Alright, this has really kind of gone beyond my expectations. I won't lie, I was feeling a little bit underwhelmed by Gokarna on my first day when I ended up way down the other end. But this now is a true understanding of the appeal. This is paradise. Ooh, that's fresh. It's nice though, there's no stones or rocks so far underfoot. It's nice. Nice sand. Ooh. It's definitely chilly though. I don't think the water's actually cold, but just compared to the air temperature. We got some smudges on this. I would love to just open my eyes under the water and just have a little look around, but I wear contact lenses, so opening my eyes is just not an option. But to be honest with you, the view from here is much nicer. seems to have a problem as well. So this is the stick that I use. As you can see, I've broken the plastic on the end. I think this is because I took it in the water. I'm in the Maldives. This is not, excuse me, not meant to be in the water. It's not designed for that. And so I think, yeah, you see, tell by the coloration of the plastic, it looks to me like an issue with either the water or the sun. I did buy this in India, so maybe at some point I don't need to replace the stick. It's just this little bit at the top. Hopefully I can get a new one somewhere. Right folks, we're back on the move. Honestly, I was getting incredibly comfortable on that beach. Very, very nice place to relax and just enjoy. And so I'm actually thinking tomorrow that I might actually move down from Kudle Beach to here. Obviously, I don't have a reservation for tomorrow, but it seems that a lot of these places have got rooms kind of behind these beach shacks. So I don't think I'll have a problem finding a place. But we'll deal with that tomorrow. For the minute, let's get onward to Half Moon Beach. I'm kind of not currently racing against the time. We do have a few hours, but I'm very conscious of the fact that I want to get there, see it, and actually enjoy it, and still have enough time to navigate my way back before it gets dark, because it's currently, what time is it? Almost 4 o'clock. Sun starts to go down maybe around 6, just after 6 maybe. So depending on how long this section takes, we might be cutting it fine. But I really enjoyed my time down there. It was really nice. The water's good. The beach is good, the people are nice, it's pretty chill. There's no one coming around bothering you. There's places to eat. It's just very, very enjoyable, you know. I have to say, this for me, without doubt, is the nicest beach that I've come across in at least my travels in India. I'm not saying it's the nicest beach in India, I haven't been to every beach, but for me, the nicest one I've been to. So I really got an appreciation for Gokarna now all of a sudden because of this. I was feeling a little bit, yeah, like I say, anticlimactic before. A little dog chilling on the beach, and then you've got this, like a heron or a bird. Really nice. Uphill with the chickens. The baby chicks. Alright. Oh. Alright. Which way? What do you reckon? Something tells me this way. I don't know. Confusing, right? What are you saying? This looks like a path. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't want to be doing this even remotely in the dark. Thought my Nepal trekking days were behind me. Crikey. I keep thinking I really love to go back to Nepal and do a trek again. Langtang is the one that's just feels like unfinished business, you know. But frig, I'm sweating and out of breath just doing this stupid little like 5% incline or whatever it is. I'm in no state right now to be doing a strenuous, arduous trek in the Himalayas. What are we saying? Go down the middle. Absolutely not clear at all, so I just took a left turn and there we see it. Half Moon Beach, originally spelt with 2 E's. I heard some like galloping behind me. I thought, oh, there's a dog or there's people behind me. And I turned around and there was a langur monkey, the ones with the black faces. And I turned around and we just looked at each other. And we were both like, right, who goes? But he jumped up into the tree, so them ones are pretty docile compared to the macaque monkeys, who can be, yeah, pretty nasty little buggers, them ones. But we're right here on the edge of the cliff. Look at that. Wow. Nice. Nice. It's beautiful. I'm assuming this is going to obviously follow around and it's going to hug the side of the cliff. Gorgeous though. Oh. This beach is definitely a little bit more off the beaten path. I mean, there clearly is a path, but there's no scooters or cars coming down here, that's for sure. I find it pretty incredible, you know, after just coming from Hyderabad, a city of 10 million people, you know, a thriving, emerging technological metropolis, coming out of what is a very ancient city, and then you all of a sudden, after one overnight bus, are transported to a tropical coastal paradise. This kind of really infuses the idea that India is a, you know, it's a mammoth country, and realistically, compared to most, it's not really one country. You know, it's made up of many states, all with their own particular political leanings, religious beliefs, and obviously the geography and topography is greatly different in each. So where we are here now in Karnataka, specifically Gokarna on the coast, I mean, just look at the makeup of the land here compared to not Gokarna. It was all going so well, wasn't it? To Hyderabad. Very different. You know, you've got these moments of just isolation, walking through the jungle, coming down to this like little secret almost beach. Imagine once upon a time how difficult it would have been to govern a kingdom which spanned all these different landscapes. I find that kind of one of the most intriguing things of traveling in places like this, you know. It's not what it is now, but how it would have been back in the past. Let's see. Half Moon Beach. So this is it. definitely a lot smaller. I can't say though that I prefer it to the other one, to Beach. Look at this little boat though, how cool is that? Just made out of bolted together tubs. As long as it works. Workout around that. Definitely feels less manicured and landscaped around here. The little businesses are right up on the rocks, so kind of feels a little bit round here like, you know, if you were shipwrecked with your friends on a desert island. Feels like a little hippie community around here. We've just got the guy playing his guitar. These little shacks, if you will. Whether these are for rent or where locals live, I don't know. Definitely feels isolated, that's for sure. As for the beach component, yeah, I don't know, I prefer Beach. But we've got some arrows pointing here, so maybe this is not the main beach. See where this goes. This might just be the continuation of the trail though. It's saying to go that way. This might end up leading us to Paradise Beach, which at the minute we're kind of running tight on the clock and running tight on energy as well. So I don't want to head too far. Look at this though. You got the beach that's powered by the solar power. You got the land over here. That's really cool. That's what I want to see. You see how everything's cut in. Can we get closer to that? It's the best way to go. There we go. This gives you a better perspective. Now, it's all been cut in. Quite little rice paddies. Well, it's very dry at the minute. And then you've got these little mounds over here. I've seen those before in Nepal. I think that's where they kind of collect all the hay, maybe for the cattle, for the cows. I think that's what it's for. Don't quote me on it if I'm totally wrong. Put it in the comments, but yeah, it's impressive. You know, like the other beaches, the sand comes all the way in. Here we've got obviously what is, at some point at least, fertile land for vegetation. Yeah, cool. The light here though is really nice. I'm sure there's some really good spots over here for photography. I think we're cutting it close to the end of this video. It's been going on for a little while. Nothing too mesmerizing or exciting has gone on apart from obviously the views. So I'll continue around here for a little bit, but I may finish it up pretty soon. This is actually the second video I've made today. The other video was what should be the one prior to this, which is the our Indians, the worst groups of people for hostels. I think I might have lost the path here a little bit. Okay. Endeavour for just a few more seconds, but I might leave it here because I suspect that tomorrow I may make a move down to Beach. Yeah. Paradise Beach is around there, I think. I don't particularly feel like I have the energy or the willing to do it right now, if I'm honest. Feeling a little bit dehydrated. The beer on the beach back there was fantastic. I felt great for it, but not really the best best thing for trekking in this heat and humidity. So I think from here I'm going to leave it there. This has been my little trek in Gokarna, going along the coast. I'm going to make my way back now to Kudle Beach even, where I'm staying. I'm going to get some food, relax, enjoy the night, and then, well, just before I do go, what's this on the rock? Someone's painted a snake on there. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here, and then I will join you in tomorrow's video. At this point in time, I'm pretty much trying to make a video every day, or every other day at least. So don't despair. We'll continue this adventure here in Gokarna, and I will catch you in the next video. Ciao.